Hello everyone. So welcoming you back in a new session of our Python revision tour 2. This is the first session actually. And till the previous video, we have covered all the things related to Python revision tour 1. Even I tried my level best to cover some of the examples also from the unsolved exercise to make all the topic comfortable to you. So today we are going to start with our new chapter, which is Python revision tour 2. So we are starting with the very first topic, which is given under this, that is string data type. So data type is a type of value, which type of value you can store into a variable is called its data type of value. Actually, Python is not a type binded language, but still you should be clear with the type of value you are storing into a variable. So value string are the characters enclosed in the codes of any type. Like you can go, the value you can write in a pair of single quotes, or you can write it in the pair of double quotes or triple quotes. Anything is fine. So you can see all the three examples I have written here. This computer is given in single quote, which is a valid example of a string. You can write the same thing in double quotes, or even you can write the same thing in triple quotes. Okay. String are immutable. So if you have any idea about mutable, immutable, it's same only. So mutable in which the value you can change, but immutable, it won't allow you to change the value. So unchangeable from a place value. Place value, you can't change it. Okay. If you want to replace this O by some other character, that is not possible in case of immutable data type. Empty string has 0 characters. Obviously, if the string is empty, so there is no character inside it. A string is a sequence of character. You can see COMPUTER. So this is a sequence of character, and each character having unique position or the index value, which is starting from 0. So if I'll talk about computer only, for computer itself, it is starting from 0 position, then 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So with respect to these position, you will be able to access any of the element from the string, but you can't change it. Okay, you can only access it. So you please check, it is going to work with respect to two types of indexing. We have forward and we have backward indexing. So forward indexing is the positive indexing and backward indexing is the negative indexing. Forward indexing is working from left to right. Okay, and the backward indexing is working from right to left. So we can take, I have taken one example here just to make it clear to you. You can see one string is written here, PYTHON. So forward indexing is starting from 0. So it is in plus form and it is moving from left to right. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the point is, if the value of str is Python, suppose the string str is equal to Python. Okay. So in that case, if you want to access P, what you will write? str0, then str1, then str2. Like that only you can access the individual character of the complete string. That is forward indexing. If you will go for the backward indexing, which is in negative, which is working from right to left and starting from -1, because -0 is nothing. So it's starting from -1, -1, -2, -3, 4, 5, 6. It is going to increase as per the number of characters present in the string. So first is -1. N is at position -1, then 0 at position -2. So if you will see, the individual character is having two positions, and both of the positions are going to help you to access the same element. Okay. Sometimes the requirement is to work in the reverse order. So in that case, you can work with the backward indexing. So moving to the next thing, now the length of the string. How can we find the length of a string? So length is nothing but the number of characters present in the string. So the function which we are using to find the length is len, and here you will write the string variable. Okay. Even you can go for the value also directly. So here you can see len of str. str is Python. So 1, 2. Length is starting from 1. Length is starting from 1. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the length is 6 for this Python. You can see it is 6. Right, now the point is item assigned is not supported in string, and this is called immutability. Immutable. Okay, So immutable will not allow you to assign a value like this. This will generate error because this is immutable. Mutable, you can do it, in case of list, when we will learn list. So list you have already covered in grade 11 also. List manipulation, a complete chapter is there. So in that also it is list is mutable, which will allow you to change the value with respect to a particular position. But that thing you can't do it in case of string because it is based on immutable. Now the next topic is traversing a string. What is traversing a string? It is to read all the characters one by one. Read or traverse. Traverse all the characters one by one. Okay, one by one. Now you check, we have iterating through a element of a string, one character at a time, right? Each character are accessible through the unique index value, which is any of the index you can use. You can go for positive indexing or you can go for negative indexing, positive or negative index or position. Now if you will go for this example, you can see str is equal to Python, it's a string. So this is also a sequence. String is also a sequence. So sequence is, you can use it directly with the help of in operator. Okay, in range function is not compulsorily required. You can go for str. So automatically it is going to collect the single character from the complete string. So when it is starting from the very first character, it is p. And print statement, print itself is going to insert, going to provide the next character in the next line. So the next character is y, so y will come in next line, then THON. So it will display all the characters vertically, right? If you want to display the characters horizontally, then you can add one and is equal to space here. So the characters will be, separated with space. So like that only the output will come. Now if you will go for the next example, we have ch in str. Here and is equal to @. So you can add, you can add this with @ also, or any specific character is also possible. Well, after @ you can see I have taken one space also here. And before this also there is a space. So P space @ space. Then the next is Y. So space and this. Like that only it is going to merge this. Then we have the range function. So range function is going to work to set a particular range. To set a particular range. So range is, there should be a start value and there will be one end value. So now in this example, you can see only one parameter is there. So the point is, this parameter is for the start or for the end. So this is for the end. This is for the end. So what's the start value? In that case, start is 0. So it is actually working from 0 to len and str. Now the point is, whatever the last value is there, that is excluded. So it is going to work from 0 to length minus 1. So if I am talking about the same string str is Python, then it will work for python. Okay, because the length is 6. So it will work for 0 to 5. So I hope you are clear with this, because this is something very, very important. Now we have write a program to print the string, the reverse of a string. So reverse of a string, in that case, you can take the start value as, what you can take? You can take the start value as length minus 1. Okay. So I can give you only the statement which will help you to do the same for I in range. And then how the reverse will work? It is length of the string minus 1, comma, you have to include 0 also to take it minus 1, and the step value will be minus 1. So it is going to start from this, and then it will decrease the value by 1, and then again it will go for C. Length of the str minus 1. So str is 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. So position 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the first it will display n. Then we have to decrease it by 1. So 5 minus 1, 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is old. Like that only it is going to display all the characters. Right? So I hope you are clear with this. Now moving to the next thing, which is very, very important. We have string operators. So under that you have some basic operators, you have the membership operators, and you have the comparison operators. So we are moving to the basic operators. So if you will go for the basic operators of a string, you will be getting two operators. You have plus, which is also called concatenation operator, and you have asterisk, which is also called replication operator. one thing you please don't get confused. This plus is also called, addition. This is arithmetic operator, and under arithmetic operator, if you will check, this is called addition operator. Now the point is why I am saying this is concatenation operator in case of a string chapter. So plus sign if you are using with integer values, okay, if you have 10 plus 10, so these two are integers, so it will work as addition operator and will give you 20. But if the values on which you are operating this plus operator is string, so in that case it will work as concatenation operator. The same is for multiplication. Multiplication will be multiplication. This is also the arithmetic operator, and under that it is multiplication operator for integer values. For integer value it is multiplication operator, but when you will go for the normal, the string values, it will work as replication operator. So I'll give you some more example just to make you clear what I am saying. You can see the values are strings. Say string is always enclosed in single quote, double quote, or triple quotes. Anything is fine. So now you can see T is a string. Okay, so plus operator is working with one string value. Another one is also a string value. So this will concat or merge both of the values. So the output is teapot. Again, you see one more example. This 11 is looking like a number, but this number is written in single quotes. So this is also a string. Then this is string, this is string. So both will be concatenated and the answer would be T11. And 100 plus 12. So this is in single quotes, this is in single quotes. So both will be concatenated. See, value, you don't go with the value, you go with the syntax of the value. So the values are given in single quotes. That means the values are not integer. These are string values, right? This is a string, this is also a string, and string plus string will give you concatenation. It is going to be concatenated and the output would be 112. So I hope you are clear with this. And now you can see some of the examples for the replication operator. So for replication operator, it is going to replicate. What is replicate? Repeat. Okay, it is going to repeat the string for a fixed number of times. So always one thing you have to remember, the replication operator will work with one string and another one number. Okay, so it's not compulsory the first one will be string. It's like one value should be string, whether the first is string, second is number, or first is number and second is string. Anything is fine. But one should be string, another one should be number. So the string is the string only which you want to replicate, and the value, the number is how many times you want to replicate it. So here T multiplied by 3. So this string I want to replicate 3 times, thrice. So T, T, T. So T, T, T. 3 times. So this is done. Now you check 100 into 6. So 100 is a string. Again I am saying 100 is a string. So it is a string. So we are just multiplying it by 6. So it is going to be replicated by 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Now you can see another example just to make yourself comfortable with again one thing. T multiplied by pot. So one value should be number, right? But here to both are strings. So this is wrong syntax. So it will generate error. So one value should be string, another one number, whether the first one is string, second is number, whether the second one is string, first one is number. Anything is fine. Okay, so I hope you are clear with this, the basic operators of a string. Well, the other operators we are going to cover in the next next class. Okay, so that's all for today's session. I hope you are clear with the basic stuff. We can check one more time what we covered today. We started from a string data type in which the values are always enclosed in single, double or triple quotes. Then we have gone through the indexing. It is going to work with respect to the positive and the negative indexing, which are also called the forward and the backward indexing. Then we check the length of the string. So length is with the help of len function, which is nothing but the number of characters. And then we have covered the traversing of a string, in which we have checked like how can we check the individual character of the string and how can we do it in the reverse order with the help of a normal sequence, the in membership operator, or with the help of in range function. And then we covered the basic operator of a string. Under that we have covered two of the operators. We have the concatenation operator and the replication operator. So if you are clear with the stuff, please don't forget to share with your friends. Thank you. Bye.